Continuing part 2 of the course outline on evidence with the part of my outline on page 14. Maybe it was page 13. It had to do with prior statements. Prior statements by witnesses. So type 1 is when the declarant's available under 803. And hearsay exceptions within that distinction are out-of-court statements by a declarant who testifies as a witness in court under oath in proceeding in which their earlier statements are provided as evidence. Type 2 is under the Federal Rules of Evidence 804. So I'm going to go with my own definition here of prior statements by witness, because I couldn't really find it in the Federal Rules of Evidence. And I think the reason why is because this may predate a change, but it makes more sense. So prior statements by a witness, when they're available, the exceptions, the definition reads as an out-of-court statement by a declarant who testifies as a witness in court or hearing under oath in a proceeding in which their earlier statements are offered as evidence. I don't see anything here about having been confronted, but I tend to sometimes pretend that that's part of the definition. Advisory Committee on 801, which, again, I think there's a typo here. I think it's an 801. Does 801 require confrontation? Let's just revisit that. I say 803. I think it's 801 for prior statements of a witness, which is non-hearsay. So declarant witnesses prior statement. The declarant testifies and is subject to cross-examination. There you go. Subject to cross-examination about a prior statement, and the statement is inconsistent or consistent or for rehabilitation. So I am going to add to my definition subject to cross-examination. And we're going to move on. Past type 1, past type 2. We're talking about a turncoat witness in the advisory committee. Note to 801, which I'm going to read because I think this is why it's so confusing, is that things just changed. So jury can discern credibility of a witness of conflicted, prior, inconsistent, out-of-court statements, which is how I define conflicted. But the jury can discern the credibility of a witness of conflicted witness if available. Jury cannot discern credibility of witness for cross-examination. Jury can discern credibility if prior conflicting statements admissible to impeach but not